So yesterday I got my new Polycarb from Hiptronic Arts, and so I thought I would make some sort of video about it. Here is a 3/4 inch Poly Pro, and so I don't know, you can see how skinny it is. This is a 32 inch, which is on the bigger side of what is recommended for the type of tubing. I was afraid that maybe since it's on the bigger side, it would be too wild or something, but I think it's great. It has a aluminum insert with a screw and a rivet. I got 3M grip tape on it, and the 3M is crazy. So I had, yesterday I was wearing these really slick pants that make every hoop fall instantly, and not this one. This tape gripped to those pants, and it was like magic. The 3M is kind of rough though, so when I'm like doing this or like shoulder hooping, it's a little bit rough on my skin, and I'm really sensitive. I am more sensitive than most people, and so it kind of hurts me, but I think most people won't care or notice really, because most people aren't as sensitive as I am. But it's still fine, and I still love it. And so if you too are also very sensitive, I would say just because you're sensitive doesn't mean you won't like the tape. Polycarb is indeed lighter than Poly Pro. I have a 3/4 32 inch Poly Pro, and it's about 30 grams lighter than this one, except it feels heavier, and I think it feels that is the first time I've ever done that with two hoops at the same time. Oh my god, how cool. Okay, sorry. So I had to hold it as long as I could because I've never done that before. What was I saying? So this is lighter, but it feels heavier. And my analysis for why, my physics analysis, is because it's skinnier, so the weight is distributed across less skin, so there's more pressure on your skin, so it feels heavier. So I think that's why it feels heavier when you're doing something like this. Wow, the speed is very different. Weird. Whoa, that's the highest I've made it bounce yet. I think it's really cool that it jiggles so much. Brakes and paddles are really fun. It's very bouncy, and it keeps its shape really well. It doesn't deform after a bunch of vigorous brakes. Like the weave feels very ninja-like. I don't know what other word to use for it, but it really cuts the air, which is cool. So even though it's really bouncy, it still feels really rigid. It feels like bouncy glass, like Kelsey says. She's totally right. Bouncy glass. What does that even feel like? I don't know how to explain that to you, but that is what it feels like. So people say it's wild, right? It's like, it's a different beast, it's a different monster. But it's not like, it's not a hoop. It's still a hoop. It still does most things you'd expect, I think, at least for me. It wasn't as wild as I thought it was going to be. It's really fun. I think the hype is worthy. It is worthy of the hype it gets. There's just something about this hoop, and it is so freaking cool, and I love the way it feels. If there's anything else I can tell you about it, just let me know. Feel free to ask, and happy hooping.